Practice, practice, practice. Are you taking SAT tests for the second time? Disappointed with your first or second time score? Join our Triple P program to improve your score by at least 150 points. 6 full-length practice tests with live feedback sessions just for $199 after a 50% discount. First test and live feedback session is free. Visit us at testpreppundits.com. Call us at 844-383-7844.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో కురుస్తోంది బంగారు నాణాల వర్షం. గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్ ఆభరణాలు కొనుగోలు చేసి బంగారు నాణాలని ఉచితంగా తప్పకుండా పొందండి. త్వరపడండి, మీ దగ్గరలోని స్టోర్ కి వెళ్లి ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ని ప్రత్యేకమైన ధరల్లో పొందండి. కేవలం మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ తో మాత్రమే.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్.
Test Prep Pundits presents 2 prestigious programs for grades 1 through 8. Build Concepts, Homework Help. Our Build Concepts program offers a one-on-one tutoring with a trained tutor, powered by authentic digital curriculum. Learn at your own pace and be ahead of your peers. Our Homework Help program offers a comprehensive support to keep your grades up. We teach your curriculum. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com. Are you confused about how to write your college essay? Writing a college essay can be difficult and confusing. Join our free boot camp. Gain the knowledge and skills to write a successful essay. Expert Ivy College tutors will host the boot camp. This program is presented by Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% SAT/ACT scores. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com. Test Prep Pundits offering several programs: AP Calculus, AP Physics, AP Chemistry. Join our AP Subjects tutoring. Be ahead of your peers. Get a strong foundation in Algebra 1. Join our Advanced Algebra 1 program for grades 6 to 9. College essay writing is very intense and challenging. Join our College essay writing program for grades 10 to 12. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్ట్లు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం పడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
Practice, practice, practice. Are you taking SAT tests for the second time? Disappointed with your first or second time score? Join our Triple P program to improve your score by at least 150 points. 6 full-length practice tests with live feedback sessions just for $199 after a 50% discount. First test and live feedback session is free. Visit us at testpreppundits.com. Call us at
Tvasiatelugu viewers, Kandarki, hello and welcome back to yet another fabulous episode of our talk show with experts. Manato unnaru mana expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much, Andy, for being on the show today.
Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you.
Sure. This program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% scores, and they're conducting a free college essay writing bootcamp on August 28th. So please check their website, testpreppundits.com, for further details. The program has been supported by Malabar Jewelers and Movers.com. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BBTV, and Dish Network. All right. Folks, interesting topic. I know it's not a very crucial topic, but it nevertheless a very, very important thing is the social security aspect. So Rahul Garu, for social security, what should especially non-immigrant visas watch out for? What is it that they're supposed to do or not do in this case? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Nitya Garu, a lot of people are under the assumption that, let's say, for example, if a person is here in USA, has been working on L1 or H1 or some visa, and they leave the country and they stay in India, a lot of people are on the assumption, and then when they retire in India, a lot of people are under the assumption that they're not eligible to get the money back when they're in India. Only if they get the green card or a citizen, they get the money. That's the assumption. But that is not true. If you have contributed to the Social Security, even if you retire in India, even if you never had a green card, even if you have never had a US citizenship, even if you have never had a US citizenship, you are still eligible to get the Social Security. And Nitya Garu, as you know that Social Security, the amount of Social Security that people can get can go all the way to $3,300 per month.
Whoa.
That's a lot of money. Yes, that's a lot of money, that $3,300 per month. And if it is wife and husband, you double the amount. That's almost $6,600 when you retire. That's a lot of money in India. So I don't want people to miss out that amount, though. I mean, I'm not telling everybody will be eligible for that amount, but they're eligible for a good amount of money. Now,
and I'm sure we have got everyone's attention nowadays.
Yeah, $3,300 per month once you retire. That's a lot of money. You go to India, it's more than 2 lakhs, I guess. And if it's your married couple, both people are getting, that's about 4 lakhs per month. Now, what are the eligibility criteria? That is that they must be working for 10 years. That's the thing, crucial point. So you must be on the payroll of USA for 10 years. That's it, you're eligible for Social Security. So let's say you work for, you're planning to leave after 8.5, 9.5 years. No, I'm done with USA. I'm not getting this green card. This has taken a long time. I'm tired of listening to Nitya and Rahul. I'm going to India. So please do mind that if you complete the 10 years, though, you will be eligible. You can apply the Social Security while in India. Of course, you have to reach the age. I think so it's about 63, 65, 67. Depends on how old you are at right now. Right. So you will be eligible for the Social Security, and you can claim while in India. You'll get the money deposited in the bank, and you can spend the money in India. Unless you belong to countries like, for example, Libya, I think so it's not in the list yet, but I know for sure North Korea, if you live there, you can't get paid. If you live in North Korea, you can't get paid. But if you live in India, you can get paid. Most of the 99% of the other countries, if you live, you are eligible for the Social Security. That's a requirement. So let's say your spouse worked for H1 for a while, and now you are planning to go. Maybe she should work on H4 for a while. And complete the 10 years requirements, 40 quarters they call it as 10 years requirement to be eligible for Social Security. I just want people to not leave that money.
Got it.
Okay.
And so Rahul Garu, just to reiterate your point, Andy, this is for non-immigrant work visas, right? This is not like for a visitor's visa, or, does it even apply for like a business visa, like the B2, the short business visas that people come on? Does it apply to even those people or no?
They must be working for 10 years. That's a crucial point, though. So B1 visa people don't have a payroll running in United States. So that's not applicable for them. But for H4s, H1s, and other people who are legally working in the United States, they must have a payroll running in United States, and the payroll taxes must be cut in United States. So for example, if somebody is coming as an executive of some big company and he's getting paid for the period of time here, he's getting paid in India, so that doesn't count towards the 10 years. So the 10 years should be on the payroll of the United States here, and the payroll taxes should be cutting.
Rahul Garu, this brings an interesting point. And last week we were talking about the fact that you can work for a US company without being here in the US, right? So do such people also qualify then, going by that?
Well, that's a little bit controversial.
Technically on a payroll.
Yeah, if they are on the payroll of United States of America, though, so for the 10 years, if any of such period is that they have been spending time outside the country, that will be counted. You're right. That period they must be on the payroll of the company. And one thing I forgot to tell, in the 10 years though, the F1 visa does not count.
Okay. Interesting.
And that's a minus point. A lot of people ignore that. The period of time that they worked on F1 visa will not count towards the 10 years. One reason is that when you are working on student visa like F1, OPT, STEM extension though, you don't get the social security cut down. You don't get that money cut down. So that's why those period, if the social security is not cut down, you will not be eligible. And for the people who are on F1 visa, that's another thing, interesting topic, side topic is, if you are an F1 visa though, OPT STEM extension, you don't need to have your social security cut. You don't. And if your employer is cutting the social security, now normally how the social security works is what people didn't know until I became an employer. I didn't know was that approximately the employer will cut you this amount. Please, don't take me very seriously on the percentages. I'm not a CPA. So approximately around 6.5 or so let's say 7% of your money paycheck. Let's say you make $100, they cut $7, okay, and pay you the rest of the money. Of course, they cut the income taxes too. However, employer also contributes 7% on it. When he pays to the US, when he pays to the IRS, he takes your $7, adds $7, and then give it to the IRS. So it's not just the amount that is getting cut from your paycheck, it's also the employer contribution is also going towards the social security. Then comes the question, what if I work for 2 jobs? Does it mean that 1 year will be counted as 2 years? Unfortunately, no, it will not be. 1 year will be only counted as 1 year, not 2 years, just because you are getting 2 paychecks.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, sir. And is there anything, Rahul Garu, that you'd like to add to this before we start?
No, we can go to the questions.
Awesome, Andy. Thank you so much, sir. Let's start taking our callers, Andy. So let's go on to our first caller for the day. Caller with phone number ending in 6123. A caller with phone number ending in 6123. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hi, Nitya Garu. Hi, Rahul Garu. A very big fan. Thank you for your service.
Hello, sir. Thanks, Adi.
Rahul Garu, my priority date is December 2012. I filed for an EB3 adjustment of status in 2020 of October 2020. Now, subsequently, last month, I also filed a EB2 I-140 in premium. And based on your suggestion, what I did is I filed I-140 without concurrently filing for a 485 or interfiling, right? Now that I-140 is approved, but I have not received any receipt or approval notice. My interfiling petition is ready to go, but my lawyer is telling me that unless we receive the receipt or an approval notice, the physical or the soft copy, they can't file. So any suggestion on this?
No, you're in a good hands with a good lawyer though. Because here is my thing though. The reason I told you not to include the request along with the I-140 is that USCIS doesn't know how to handle it though. So if your lawyer files the 485J supplement to the California address without the I-140 approval, they get like confused. What is this? Oh, there is no I-140. I don't know what to do with this. They can't. Now, let me wait until I will request the USCIS, another department within there. I will request it for the I-140 to come in there. By the time our September 30th will be gone. And who knows how long it's going to take afterwards. So I would rather wait for one more week and file it with the I-140 approval. That is my judgment call. It seems to be that is your lawyer's judgment call too.
No, so my I-140 is approved.
I know,
already
you don't have it.
And I have
you don't have it in the hand. Wait until you get it in the hand. Okay? We'll go to the next caller.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. All right, caller with phone number ending in 8890. Caller with phone number ending in 8890. We're ready for you now.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. Check on it.
Hi. Hey, Rahul. Thank you for taking my call. Basically, I moved from EB2 to EB3 using my downgrading, and then I used the EB3 EAD to join a new employer. Both the old and the new employer are not doing the EB2 again, so I cannot interfile. I got, so for me and my spouse, we both got our medical RFEs from two different field locations.
What's the priority date, ma'am?
April 2014.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so we both got our medical RFE from two different field locations, and we submitted them this week. So I know you had mentioned about the tub. So do we proactively submit it, or do we just wait to hear back on what happens for the RFE? Because the RFE only asked for I-693, not I-485J.
I know. I would have submitted a transfer for the underlying base by yourself, though. When employer A, which file your I-140 file, the 485 is not cooperating. When employer B, who is not willing to sign the 485, he's not willing to sign the 485J, or he's not willing to sign the 485J with EB2.
No, so he's saying until you get a specific RFE for I-485J or you get an interview call, we won't give I-485.
I would still request a transfer of underlying basis for you right now. Even though you submitted the RFE, I will send a note to the USCIS official that to transfer your underlying basis. And if you need some help, you may want to contact a lawyer on that one. I would have submitted along with the RFE response, but I would still submit it because they may consider you an EB2 with your personal letter. They may not consider. It's not a full, but you have nothing to lose.
Right, got it.
Though. You may get into EB2,
because the El Paso,
you may not get into
right, because the El Paso RFE had like a 33-day limit, so we quickly submitted our medicals to avoid any delay and specifically keeping the September timeline in mind. So we can send the additional tub letter now then.
Did the El Paso district office issued a notice of intent to deny for you, or is it just a regular RFE though?
So yeah, it said that if you don't submit your medicals within 33 days, we will deny it.
Yeah,
it's subject to denial.
Well, anyway, you submitted it, you're good. The El Paso USCIS has been very aggressive. I don't know why, but they're also using the notice of intent to deny. And they sometimes are also issuing an RFE pointing out, hey, you don't submit the 485J supplement with EB2. We're going to deny your 485 application. That's a very strange language I saw. But in your thing, though, the only strange thing that I saw is the notice of intent to deny. I would still send a separate letter to them, El Paso branch, because they're going to welcome more compared to the other branch offices, though, other field offices. I would send a separate note to them. Okay. We'll go to the next one.
Okay, Rahul. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, let's take our next caller. And quick question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Subramanian Kadumala. Says priority date is October 2014. 485 is pending. Need to travel to India due to medical emergency. Requested to expedite my case. EAD and AP got approved. However, spouse's EAD, AP not approved. Currently on her H4 EAD. Question is, if I change my status to EAD for travel purpose, will my wife lose her H4 EAD status? Please advise.
No, she does not though. One thing people need to understand is that if you use the advance parole though, technically you are still on H1B. You're not on EAD though. It's only when you use the EAD, you are moving to the adjustment of status though. Not when you travel. The USCIS is very clear on that one. So you can travel and she can continue working in USA on H4 EAD without any interruption, even after you come back and advance parole.
Okay.
That is absolutely
so,
right.
I guess the question here is not about the EAD, but actually the advance parole then. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's traveling. Traveling is only advance parole.
Traveling is only that. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Hey, and before we take our next caller, I know today, August 14th here, August 15th in India. So to all our Desi Bhai Bahan, happy Independence Day to all of us. Just wanted to, get it out there before I forget again. So on that note, let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with phone number ending in 4795. 4795. We're ready for you. Hello.
Hi, Nitya Garu, Rahul Garu. Thanks for.
Hi,
Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu. Thanks for taking up my call. So my RPD is August 2014. Downgraded to EB3 in 2020. Received EB3 EAD AP. And in May 22, we have refiled in EB2. And EB2, both I-40s were approved, both EB2, EB3 and all. And EB2 perm and I-140, they are approved long back in 2015 in California location, and last year we moved to Georgia. So my question, and we've been with the same company, same client from the beginning. So my question is, will location change have any impact on the green card processing?
Is it a consulting company that you work with?
Yes.
Okay. Consulting company has
H1B LCA is filed for both. LCA is filed for both California and Georgia location.
California and Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia location. 99% of the time, though, the consulting companies has an escape clause, and they use it different wordings. Our office uses that the employee could be working in unanticipated locations. That means that they may not be working at one location, though. 99% of them have it, though. Very rarely that. If that's the case, then which I do not have any problem for you since you work for the consulting company. Consulting companies like Deloitte, all these consulting companies that are there, Ernst Young and whatever, not Tata, Cognizant, they all have that escape clause, though. So you should not have any problem whatsoever at all because you moved from California to Atlanta. We'll go to the next person.
Okay, sir. And a quick follow-up question, sir. Our EB2, both EB2 and EB3 files have been moved to NBC by end of May. So, yeah, both were moved. So we are planning to go back to California in the September. So will it be, are there any risks, sir, if we didn't get green card by then and the change of location and everything?
For some reason, I mean, it's a little bit sensitive thing. Can you postpone until October 1st? Can you postpone until October 1st?
Yes, okay? Of course, sir.
Okay, please.
Anything for GC.
Please.
Just, why are you going back to California? You've come to Georgia. My question is, why are you even considering going back there? Once bye-bye, then bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, so there is a risk. We better to stay till...
I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say there is a risk.
Okay.
I just requested you to postpone for 2 weeks for me. That's it. And Nitya is there, in the Atlanta. That's another reason you should postpone 2 more weeks. Okay? It just, I cannot explain certain things. I cannot explain certain things. That's all. I just would request you to wait for October 1st. Okay?
Okay.
We'll go to the next caller.
Thank you, Adi. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller.
Bye.
All right. Caller with phone number ending in 0279. We're ready for you now. Caller with number ending in 0279. Hello? Hello.
Yeah, hi. Yeah. Hi, Nitya
sir.
and Rahul Garu.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, thanks for all your help for the community. I have a question, Rahul sir, for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead. Murthy, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, my priority date is October 2013, and I downgraded it to October 2020. I got my EB3 I-140 approved, and everything is good. So my priority date is current in EB2. So I submitted my interfile this Wednesday, last Wednesday. So yesterday my website on the USCIS website shows the card is being produced, but I didn't get the interfile receipt notice yet. Is there any problem, or I'm good with it?
When did you file the interfiling, you're saying?
I filed it on 8th August.
Today is 14th August. It could be. I mean, they are doing it electronically there, though. They're not actually manually sending your file. Where is your file, though? I forgot to ask you this question.
It was in Nebraska, but it was moved to NBC on July 29th.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been moved to, it has moved to NBC. They sometimes what they do is that they do everything is all right, medical is there, everything looks okay in the 485 form. Well, let's see if we can convert this guy into EB2. And all of a sudden, the note comes from there saying that your EB2, there is an interfile of EB2, the guy gets a note and can approve it. It looks to be that one. I don't see any other thing that can happen. It is possible that they received it on August 8th and they approved it within 3 or 4 days. It is possible. It is very possible. Okay. So you should be getting the green card in about 1 week to about 2 weeks.
Okay. So if I get the interfile notice, should I keep quiet or just send?
You can. It doesn't matter for you whether you get the interfile notice, you get the EAD denial if it's extension spending. You can ignore all those things. You're good.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nitya.
Next person.
Thank you so much for calling.
And Nitya, I want to add the things. A lot of people are under the assumption that the 485J has to be approved for the green card. There is no requirements like that. They can just have a receipt notice and then get the 485. And by the time the receipt notice is in the mail, they can still approve the 485. They have an authority to. And they have, these people are under a tremendous pressure to approve the green cards, though. They have to, the USCIS director has clearly directed to approve 280. Otherwise, I don't know what she told. But whatever she told is working.
Okay. Just follow that. All right. Before we take our next call, I have a question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Venkatanath Mudundil. Says, I have received my GC last week, but my 765 also approved. Then it changed status to case reopened. For my 765, can I ignore it?
Ignore it. Don't worry about it. So they accidentally approved your 765 instead of denying after your 485 is approved, which is green card is approved. So they reopened it and they will deny it. No problem. That's very happy. In fact, this Monday we received about 15, 20 EADs and advance parole denials. So I'm happy.
Wow.
Yeah,
yes.
We're very happy.
Like, you know, you guys have never sounded so good.
We are so happy to inform the client your EADs. First, I'll call him and say, we have a bad news. Your EAD and advance parole is denied. Oops. And then they say your green card is approved. That guy. But Nitya, these people shocked me. He said, I already know my green card is approved. He already got notification anyway. Yeah.
So we live in such strange times, like, you know, EAD getting, or like one denial is actually great news. And then it's positive for something and then it's bad news, like COVID, you know, so.
and another note on that, Nitya, especially the application that we filed in 2022, if we are getting the EAD and advance parole approval, that means it's a bad news for our client actually.
Oh.
Because the officer is spending more money, more time on the EAD and approval instead of approving the green card. He should have just approved the green card. So it's a little bit delay on the green card. So sometimes it's
really pretty hard that you get the denial and everybody. like mass pujas and masses and everything. But
Sure.
arrange for it. All right, on to our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 6720. Be ready for you now. Please press *6 and to unmute your line. Caller with number ending in 6720. Hello? *6 and to unmute your line. All right, let's put this caller back on hold. Hello?
Hello.
6720.
Hello.
Caller with
Can you
number
hear,
ending-
ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Can you hear? Yeah. Hi, Nitya ma'am and Rahul sir. We are happy to share the news. We got green card this week. Thank you so much for everything, for your help for the community. And I have two questions. One is we received our SSN in the mail. On the SSN for myself and my husband, it shows valid for work only with DHS authorization. So do we need to take, we need to go to the SSN office and take out the limitation, anything like that after the GC? With the GC?
You can always go to the Social Security office. You can take the limitation out. It's not, I personally myself, it's been like 25 years, I don't know. I got my green card, I still did not take it out. It's okay, it's up to you. You can take it out. You can go spend 2 or 3 hours, you'll be taken off. Show them the green card, you'll be in good shape. Okay?
Okay. Because earlier, my husband's SSN that valid for work only, that is not mentioned. So the latest one, it shows it's mentioned on that. So that's the reason. Yeah.
You can go and take it up, ma'am.
Yeah.
Wish you best of luck in your future. Okay.
Okay. And sir, and second question is I have a second question also.
Sure, go ahead.
On the GC, my GC codes, it shows principal applicant E26 and the derivatives E27. That is the right codes, right?
That's for EB2s, right? You got approved in EB2s, right?
Yes, EB2 category.
Yeah,
yes.
that's perfect.
Straight
that is
EB2.
perfect codes. That is perfect codes. You're good, ma'am.
Okay.
You're set now.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you
Wish
so
you
much
best
for
of luck.
calling, Andy. All right. On to our next caller, Andy.
Our next stop is citizenship.
Yes.
The train stops at citizenship.
I love that, that vibration in the tone when people get the green card.
Yeah, when she was calling, she's
girl,
just so happy. Yeah.
very amazing. I love it. All right. On to our next caller. Congrats again, Andy. Next caller with phone number ending in 2646. We're ready for you. Please press *6 and to unmute your line. Caller with number ending in 2646. Hello? *6 and to unmute your line. Let's take another caller in the meantime. Caller with phone number ending in 8982. Hello? Caller with phone number ending in 8982. Hello, sir?
Hi, Nitya and Rahul. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi. So, I have two questions. One is regarding my parents' passport. So, they renewed their passports recently. When I went to India, I corrected their names. Like in the older passport, they have a first name as FNU. That means a first name unavailable. So, accidentally, they applied like that when they applied first time. So when they renewed the passport, I was there, so I corrected those names. So when I booked the tickets from India to US, is there any problem with their names? Do I need to send them to visa stamping again, or
no? You're fine.
Okay to
you're
travel?
Fine. It's okay to travel. It's okay to travel. They can carry the old passport. You mean to say stamping is done in the old passport, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they can travel with the old passport, with the new passport, and they can mention it that the name has been corrected. It's not a problem. But as usual, for all the non-immigrant visa people who are coming into United States, their biometrics will be done. And if they are not the right person, they'll put him in jail and send them back. But they are the right person. So we know that. I was just kidding. So they will do the biometrics. They don't believe the passports. They don't believe the names anymore, which is very good for us. and fraud is avoided. And for the people like your parents, it's not a problem because the biometrics will match. So you'll be fine. Absolutely no problem for them to come in. Okay?
Thanks.
Wish you best of luck.
And another thing. Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So on October 2020, I downgraded my file from EB2 to EB3, and recently, two weeks before, my EB3 140 approved in regular Texas Service Center. And I interfiled. My receipt date is June 10th, 2022. So as of now, my file is still in Texas Service Center. And last week, I filed in.
When was your I-140 approved? The EB3 I-140?
Just 20 days before. That means July 26th.
Keep going.
So last week I interfiled my medicals. So I tried to check with MR regarding status of medicals. So they said that I'm going to get a call from Tier 2 officer regarding the medicals. So
okay.
Is everything okay, or do I need to worry about this thing?
One thing is that your I-140 is approved in July and you filed the interfiling in June of 2022 though. That is not the sequence of step that I would have done. I would have got the I-140 approval in EB3 and then would have filed the interfile. I'm just thinking louder. I'm not telling you. Maybe if I were you, I would interfile again for any EB3 to EB2. That's one thing I'm just thinking loud. Okay?
I requested my employer many times to file premium process for 140, but he never agreed.
I got the picture. Once you leave, once you get the green card, please make sure that you tell this company is a bad company to other people. But that's it. There is nothing else you can do right now. Okay, we'll go to the next person.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. All right. Caller with phone number ending in 0873. We ready for you now? Caller with number ending in 0873. Hello? All right. While we're waiting on this caller, Rahul got a question for you, Andy. This is from B. Lakshmi 2. Says, I-485 approved 2 weeks back and received the approval notices and still waiting for the physical cards. Do you have any idea why there's a delay in card production? Hi, ma'am. Just give us 1 sec. Sorry, we're in the middle of a question. I'll get back to you in a minute. Still waiting for the physical cards. Do you have any idea why there's a delay in card production? And does your firm have the same observation?
Most of the cards that we have noticing are received within 1 to 2 weeks. There are some times where they're taking about 3 to 4 weeks though. But 1 to 2 weeks is a normal for us.
Got it. All right, sir. Thank you. And let's go back to our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 0873. We're ready for you now. Please press *6 Andy to unmute your line. Hello?
Hi, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu.
Hi, ma'am. Hi. Thanks for waiting.
Thank you for your time, Andy. So I have a question about medicals. So we just received an RFE last week for medicals, and we are having a really hard time getting the appointment. And I also heard that they want us to send the response by 12th of September. So we are in a huge time crunch here. And the procedure seems like first we need to take an appointment, and then from that date, we need to wait for 2 weeks to get another appointment. And that's when they would actually do the I-693 form or whatever.
I'm not worried about the, I'm not, well, that's not correct exactly. I'll tell you why. I'm not worried for the September 12 deadline for you though, okay? USCIS has indicated, and they said that they're automatically extending the deadline by 60 days because of the COVID. So your deadline is extended automatically, so from September 12th to November 12th, okay? The other thing is that there are doctors who do give appointments very quickly and give the entire report. I want you to spend a lot of time calling these offices. And if necessary though, which city you are in?
We are in Boise, Idaho.
Boise, Idaho?
Yes, that's correct.
Idaho, okay. You may want to consider, I mean, the reason I'm telling you to this, you may want to consider getting the test done somewhere else and responding it very faster than you going with Idaho's doctors who have no clue what to do about these things. Because first of all, they will now go to the website and study what a law is, what is this medicals. Nobody ever, Boise, Idaho, who's there? No immigrant is there. So you may want to consider flying to Dallas and get a doctor, even if it takes 2 flights though. It's worth, and here is the reason why it's worth though. Because if you respond it, what's your priority date anyway? What's your priority date?
July 2012, Andy.
Yeah, I would still fly to Dallas or some city where I can get the entire report in 1 week rather than 2 to 3 weeks. Make a calls, do if necessary, fly. It's worth flying and doing and getting rid of me and the cute 𝐀𝐓𝐓𝐻𝐿 very soon in your life, okay? It's worth rather than going to Boise to have a doctor and staying with us, okay?
Rahul, also, if I may add, Andy, one of the things that I did, ma'am, was when I got the medical RFE, I ran into the same issue as you. So what I did was, at that point, I just went to my primary care physician with a list of the tests that I was supposed to get. And I just had her put in the tests, which means like in the next 2 days, I got all the tests done. And within a day, I had all the reports on the portal. So I didn't even have to go to a separate doctor for getting the tests done, which is what usually
that's a good,
takes a longer time. So these doctors are able to give you a full end report if you have all the test reports already. That they can do really quick, like the same day they can give it to you. What takes time is like
smart.
Giving appointments for the test. So that's what I did. So something to consider in Mata.
That's a good step.
Absolutely.
That's a good step. Yeah.
So,
absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you,
𝐁𝐄𝐓𝐻𝐿.
𝐁𝐿𝐓𝐻𝐿. I did not get the Good now.
In fact, I was going to say just one last thing, Andy. In fact, we few like a month ago or so, we actually fixed the appointment for this medicals, and then something happened that they messed up the appointment, so we had to cancel. And also, since these medicals are good for 2 years, I was going to suggest that if anybody will run into this kind of issue, to already go ahead and schedule and get everything ready so that they can just send off quickly whenever they get the RFE, instead of going through a situation like us. Just something to consider, like how Nithya already suggested. So thank you, Andy. So
thank you.
Is there anything that we need to be aware of or consider, if there's any risks that we need to keep in mind before we send off these results, Andy?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sending fast and to the proper. If any of the guys have the doctor's information that can give faster reports, and a good tip given by Nithya Garu, please can you put the phone numbers in the message, guys, so other people also can take advantage of that doctor. Thank you very much, Andy.
Sure, Andy. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much for you both.
All the very best, Andy. Okay, let's take our next caller. And Rahul Garu, just a quick question for you, Andy. Like, so I know a lot of the questions are about, what to do when I get the green card. So while we're just waiting to take the next caller, it's like very briefly, can you suggest some good steps to be taken and some things that you should not do?
So you meant to say to get the green card faster? Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people are waiting now that September 30th is coming closer and the number of green cards are getting over, and they're a lot under pressure though. The first thing that I suggest is that if your EB3 I-140 is not approved, even though you may have refiled a EB2 application, even though you have interfiled the EB3 to E2 application, if the I-140 is not approved, we are not noticing the 485 moving to National Benefit Center and getting approved. So get your damn EB3 I-140 approval. That's the number one step that I would recommend. If you have not interfiled from EB3 to EB2 and you're stuck in EB3, but you have an I-140 approval with the previous company, or any time in the history you have an EB2, you may want to consider having the previous employer file a I-485J supplement, even though you're not working for the company. They can. If that's not possible, you can have your current employer file a 485J supplement using old employer's I-140, EB2 I-140 approval. The reason some of the companies are refusing is that, no, that belongs to the previous company. How can I use it? Well, EB3 also I-140 belongs to the other company. If you are going to use the EB3 in the I-485J supplement, they ask the question, has your I-140 ever been approved? You have to say yes, and give the I-140 receipt number. All you're doing in there is that in the I-485J supplement, you're using the EB2 instead of EB3. You can do that. And if that is not possible, I want you to send a personal note to USCIS, where your office is. Look, I have an EB2 approval under, and this is the file number. Please consider me under EB2 and adjudicate my 485 application, enclose the I-140 receipt notice and I-140 approval, and close the 485 receipt notice so they can adjudicate that. That's the other thing though. Another thing is medical. Follow the steps of Nitya Garu, that if your doctor is taking a long time, get the primary doctor to all the tests, what they can, whatever the shots, and then they will give a report. Once they give a report though, you take the same report to this other doctor. They will have to take that into consideration. They don't have to spend the time in putting the shots again. So that's one thing. You can get the medical, and if you get the medical RFE though, okay, first is, if you get an RFE, you see it online RFE, okay, all bells should go up for you. I mean, if you have not submitted the medicals, go get the medicals even before the RFE comes in. It's worth guys. Submit the RFE response as soon as possible. That's another step that I would recommend. And if you have interfiled, if you have refiled with EB2, and if you move to a different company though, previously we told you you should file a 485J supplement, but now please, those are the circumstances were different. Right now we're telling, don't interfile, don't file 485J supplement if you move to a different company. If your prior date was already current with the previous company under either EB3 or EB2 interfiling or EB2 refiling, don't file the I-485J supplement, because you do not want to disturb the file though. Everything is going, now they get a 485J supplement, they have to pull that thing out back in the line. So that's something that I tell people not to do. There's other thing is that people are suggesting, can I contact the congressman? Can I contact the ombudsman? Can I expedite the request? They are not working, guys. Believe me. Whenever the case is odd, for example, one spouse got the green card and the other spouse did not get the green card, that's when I would request that you contact the ombudsman or congressman. If everything is, everything is normal, it's within the timeline, you're contacting the congressman, the USCIS routinely responds, we are taking into consideration according to the first, they give a lame excuses. They won't just expedite your case though. So don't contact the congressman, because sometimes it may go caboose. If the file is going normally and then there is a congressional inquiry, boom, they put that out and then respond to that. This is in line, and then they put it at the back of the line. The USCIS is called, they call that as caboose. You go at the end of the line. That's a word they use, caboose. I mean, my kindergarten, when my son was going in kindergarten, I learned the word caboose. What is caboose? Yeah. So you don't want that to happen by requesting unnecessary requests. And when people are contacting them multiple times, the file will go here and there. So don't disturb the file if everything is going normal. Okay?
Awesome.
We'll go to the next caller.
Sir. Okay, let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 9890. 9890. We're ready for you now. Hello? 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 Please press *6 to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 9890. We're ready for you. Hello?
Yes, hello. Hi, ma'am. Hi, this is Anil. I have a quick question. Like, in the LCA, it says like 40 hours per week, and then the salary is like, around something like around like 90K per annum, something. So there were situations where we are working a little bit more extra time sometimes. And is it like good, or during visa interview, if you go to India and come back during visa interview, if they ask for how many hours, can we say 40 hours or like more than that?
First thing is that most of the H-1B professionals, if not all of the H-1B professionals, are professional jobs. They don't come under the overtime rule, though. They are not obligated only to work 40 hours. It's only the, if you're working in McDonald's flipping a burger or those kind of jobs, they are hourly paid. So you are a H-1B professional working in IT industry. And if the company tells you to work 80 hours, you should. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You're not limited to work only up to 40 hours. You can work. These professional jobs require sometimes to put a lot more time. Look, I'm working on Sunday. This is my work. So nothing wrong with it. Now, here is where I am getting into trouble with some of the people who are making enormous amount of money than what is put in the LCA. Okay. So let's say, for example, if the LCA is 90K and the company is paying you 240K, okay, that is a troublesome thing for me, though. If you work for 80 hours, that's not a troublesome thing for me. If you're getting paid 240K, that's a troublesome thing for me. And we have noticed that when the FDNS is visiting, they're asking, what's your salary? I'm getting 240K. Show the payroll. The payroll is 240K. These people are very proud, but that gets into trouble, though. The reason is that the people need to be paid in accordance with the LCA. It has to be more than the LCA, a little bit more than the LCA, 10%, 20% probably is fine, but 120% is definitely not fine. Now, can the company give bonus? Yes, they can. Can the company give bonus every paycheck, like every 15 days? That doesn't look like bonus to me. That looks more like a salary to me. A bonus should be given every 3 months, every 6 months, every 1 year. That looks to be a bonus to me. So if somebody is performing, star performer, has been working 80 hours a week and doing all better things, yeah, there's nothing wrong in getting the bonus. Can the bonus be more than the salary? Absolutely, it can be. But it should be looked as a bonus, not as a part of the salary. So some of the companies, they don't know how to structure the bonus. They're putting them in the payroll. We strongly recommend them, if it's a bonus, it has to look like a bonus. And it has to be quarterly or half yearly, not twice a month or every month. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
One more.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. During H-1B transfer, do we need to enter into the employer B's payroll after H-1B transfer, or we can just start for the new employer as per Form I-9?
Well, I didn't get, forget about, so you are moving from company A to company B?
Yes, I'm planning to move. So do I need to move to employer B only after the H-1B transfer gets approved, or I can start working way before H-1B transfer, like as per Form I-9?
As soon as the company B files the H-1B transfer, the USCIS receives the FedEx of your H-1B, they can put you on the payroll if they want to. If you want to join, you don't have to wait until the H-1B with the company B is approved. You can start immediately. We'll go to the next caller.
Got it. Yeah, thank you.
But it's up to you, and it's up to you and the employer. I mean, it's whichever you want to structure it. We'll go to the next question.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take the next caller. Meantime, question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Naveen _ says, my spouse's GC card shows the wrong category, E26 instead of E27. We have a travel coming up next month. What should I do?
There are two things that can be done. One is that you can request the USCIS to correct it.
Okay.
You don't request the USCIS to correct it. That's two options. If I were you, I'm not, because to request a correction, here is what you have to do. You have to file an I-90, send your green card back to the USCIS and request them to give the green card again. And then afterwards you have to make an InfoPass appointment, get the passport stamping. Then you are allowed to travel outside the country. Then that's one step that you can do. The second step what people do is that they just travel and come back and nothing happens to them. 99.99999% of the people, nothing happens to them. So it's up to you which way to choose. If I were you, I would choose the second way that I said. We'll go to the next person.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 6835. We're ready for you. Caller with number ending in 6835. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir?
Yes,
go ahead, sir.
Hello?
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you, Nitya and Rahul, for taking my call. Mine is like I downgraded in October 2020 and my 140 approved. And last month I interfiled. And last Friday my case updated to transfer to another office. So I didn't submit medical when I filed in October 2020. So can I interfile medical now, because I don't know to wait which office it went, to NBC or any other field office, or can I just the medical?
It will go to the NBC, then we'll go to the field office. So what I would do if I were you is get the medicals, and you can get the medicals faster. Nitya gave a very good tip to you. Get the medicals, but get the medicals with a doctor that is willing to give 2 originals. All he's doing is printing the same thing and signing the same thing again 2 times. So I will do interfile. I will have 1 with me. Okay, because if the RFE comes in, you know what to do. Dash it and send the RFE response. Okay, don't wait until the RFE response comes in though. Don't send it before, because it may have some other things like 485J supplement too. But so I'm going to interfile, and I'm going to keep a copy with me. I mean, second original with me, and then send it to them if there's an RFE. Okay?
Okay. Interfile to which address? It should be NBC?
No, NBC. Right now NBC. Unless it says it's moved to field office and you know which field office it is.
Yeah. Actually, I scheduled for my medicals tomorrow, but when I called the doctor, he said there is a new vaccine added recently, hepatitis B.
You're right.
And it takes, it has doses for over to 6 months. It's 6 months it takes, it seems, right? I don't know whether...
No, that guy doesn't know what he's doing.
So...
so if he's saying that it's
said
going to
take first 6... dose he'll take. Yeah. He said he gives the 1 dose and then he updates that and send it back, and I can do the later,
second dose later. Yeah, then you're good.
Dose.
Then you're good. Then you're good.
Okay.
You're good, sir.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I was worried if they delay, because I have to complete 6 months and then send it back.
No, sir. The first dose, you keep it there.
Got it.
You are going to take the next dose, you're good. We'll go to the next caller.
Okay. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
all. Thank you so much.
Sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Yeah. Let's take our next caller. All right. Caller with phone number ending in 9837. 9837. We're ready for you now.
Hi, Nitya.
Hello?
Can you hear
Hello,
me?
sir? Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thanks to you and Rahul for doing this for the Indian community. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Hello?
Sure. Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can, sir. Thank you. Good.
So, I hear, so I have my question. So my question is I filed under EB1A, and it was submitted in the last week of May. And I finished my biometrics, but I haven't heard anything after that. So what is the probability of getting approved by September 30th?
Where is your file at right now? Is it in National Benefit Center?
It's at the NBC right now.
When did it move to NBC?
No, I got my I-140 approved in April, and then I filed I-485.
So you directed that. Okay, I got a point. Your chance, I would say, is about 80%, since your biometrics are done.
Okay, and so the next question is can I file my? Thank you so much. I have one more question. Can I extend my H1 when I'm on I-485?
You can. You can extend the H1B when you're I-485. Your I-140 is approved. You can.
Okay. Thank you so much. I mean, those were my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right. Before we take our next caller, question for you, Andy. This is from Wesley Sundar Singh. Says, when exactly does a visa number get assigned to an I-485? Is it at the time of NBC transfer or at the time of I-485 approval?
We don't know. I really have no clue. We don't know. The USC, I mean, Charlie has said in his video interview about 1.5 years ago that it'll be assigned when the 485 is been reviewed, the final action date is current, the medicals are in there, the I-140 has been approved, and the USCIS officer or Department of State officer can allocate the number at that point of time. My only question that comes is that the Department of State cannot approve the green card by themselves, though, without interviewing the candidate in the consulate. So they will have to go to the consulate to get the green card. So number will be already been allocated for them. That's the Department of State. When it comes to the USCIS, okay, so I'm the officer reviewing the 485. Everything looks good in 485. Okay, that sounds good. Now next go, medical, done. I-140, good. Final action date is current. Why the damn hell am I allocating and not giving the green card, which is, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just give the green card, step is over. However, though, we have noticed, Nitya Garu, that some of the green cards are getting approved right now in EB3, and the person had never have had an EB2 approval in his life.
Oh,
and you know, so, and their priority date is 2013. And you know that he never had an EB2 approval. So when we question USCIS, how did you approve this guy the green card? They are telling that they have allocated the number when the priority date was current in October or November of October of 2021. Okay. So of course we didn't question him, why the damn did you not approve at that time? Or September of 2021. So we don't know why they allocated at that time and then giving it. We don't understand it. Why they should not have allocated all the numbers for the last year. Should have been utilizing the entire, they wasted 70,000 green cards. We don't know. We don't have a clue about it. We did file a freedom of information with the USCIS. We didn't still receive a response to it. Hopefully we get some light on it. But as of now, we have no clue when they allocate.
Okay. Long answer short. Clue. All right. Let's take our next caller on that note. Caller with phone number ending in 9403. We're ready for you now. Caller with number ending in 9403. Hello?
Hi, ma'am. Hi, Nitya, ma'am, and Rahul, sir. Thank you. Thanks for your service. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't have time, to thank you all enough. So I'll go to the question directly. So my date is priority date 2013 September. Filed EB2 straight in June 29th, 2022 this year. And then my case is in NBC, and mine is MSc 60 series. There are like series. And the question is, I raised an SR for my wife's I-765 receipt because my wife's name was wrong in the receipt. So, so I raised an SR. SR was fixed actually August 9th. They got a notification, name is changed, name is updated. So everything is good. But I see in 60 series, I'm in some groups, and many 60 series people, their applications are going to field offices now. But mine is not going. Is the SR like a reason that should I be worried? Because of SR,
I definitely would not have. I would not have raised a service request for the correction of the EAD because I want your EAD advanced pro to be denied. I'm an evil lawyer. But right now, there's nothing can be done by you, so I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to do nothing right now. Okay?
Okay. Sure. And one last question. Is there any chance there can be a retrogression like until end of 2013 this year or next year, sir? Any chance?
When you say any chance, is there any chance I may get $1 billion right now? And lottery, yes, there's always a chance. But there may be some realistic chance also, though, Nitya Garu, and I want to tell to the audiences, though, is that we expected that there will not be enough number of green card applications pending, though. So when we last got the data, though, there may be still left out 70,000+ green cards left over in the 485 application. That is going to flow into 2023. And unfortunately, a good number of those green cards belong to Indian nationals, though. Now, and we also, there's another bad news that we are getting from the consulate. Good news or bad news is up to, but most of our audiences are the employment-based green cards that the State Department, which approves most of the family-based preference category, has which is approved in the consulate, so they're approving it at very high speed. So there is a chance that we may not have a big spillover coming into the next year. So yes, there is a likely chance that we may not see that much advance in the priority date, or we may not see an advance. There is a chance that it may go back a little bit also. There is a chance for it. But at this point of time, there is nothing we guys can do anything about it or act anything about it. So you in particularly also, Mr. I don't want you to do anything after this news, just do nothing right now. And there is a letter that we have kept in the link there, which you should request, because our letter writing campaign has got this 280,000 green cards, guys. I mean, you guys you nailed it. I mean, because of your pressure, though, the Congress, look at the way the green cards are getting approved, though. I mean, 50 green cards we got approved on one single day in our office. Of course, we got about 20, 30 years in advance for all denials, which is very good too. I want people now to put pressure on the administration to not count the family members. Anything else? Anything else for you, sir?
No, sir. Thank you so much, Anitya, ma'am. You have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Going back to the topic, Nitya Garu, that we have put a letter there. Now the things are coming to the end. 280,000 green cards seems to be very easily achievable. Keep writing the letters for that to keep the pressure to. But I want now to change the tone a little bit. That Congress is dead, guys. Nothing is happening there. The Senate is divided by 50 and 50. To get any immigration, we need 60 votes. We may not get the 60 votes in the Senate with the partisan thing going on. So we may not get anything to get passed in the Senate. So what we want to do is that the administration can change its policies with regards to how the green card numbers are being counted. Right now, when they are counting the green card numbers, Nitya Garu, they are counting the main applicant, they are counting the dependent, they are counting any children that are there. So out of the 140,000 green cards, so practically only about 60,000 green cards are actually issued to the people who are based on the employment. What's going with the 80,000 green cards? They are going to the family members. Now imagine this. In the H-1B, we have H-1B applicant and there is H-4s. We don't count H-4s in the H-1B. Why are you counting the family members in the employment-based green cards, though? USCIS can change its policy. The administration can change its policy by not counting the family members. If we don't count the family members, so even if we don't get the quota removed, we don't get anything removed, that'll be good enough for us to obtain the green cards, though. We have been insisting on that from many years, though, but I want all the people to put more pressure on it. The draft of the letter is there given to you at the link below. Please keep writing to the administration, keep writing to the congressman, because if the numbers go back, we will be in great trouble. And but I will give a little bit more details of this probably in September, third week or so. But keep writing the letters for not counting the family members. I've given the draft letter to you guys. We'll go to the next question, Andy.
No, thanks, Andy, because I think we're at the tail end of this year's quota, and like you said, just keep the fire lit and don't lose that momentum.
Right, and then we did achieve, our audience achieved the 280,000 green cards, and we'll go to the next step now.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 2171. We're ready for you. Caller with number ending in 2171. Hello. *6 Andy to unmute your line. Caller with number ending in 2171. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Namaste Nitya Garu, Namaste Rahul Garu. This is first name Rahul, and I have a couple of quick questions for you. And this is regarding your discussion on the last Sunday, where you were talking about interfiling using the previous EB2 approval from, like the previous employer. Okay. So my first question is, can you request transfer of underlying basis to EB2 using the previous employer, and also change of employer under AC21 in a single 485J paperwork petition?
Absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. And you should. Let me explain you.
The second question is,
in the 485J supplement, though, they ask in the 485J supplement, does this John Doe has any I-140 application? If the I-140 application has been there, what is the number, the file number, and was the I-140 approved? The question is there. So instead of using EB3, I'm going to use EB2.
Even though it's from the previous employer, right?
Even though it's from the previous employer.
Even though it's
from the previous employer. In fact, some of the field officers are threatening you. If you don't use the EB2, we're going to deny the 485, which is very surprising. Only one field office is doing it, and that is El Paso field office.
Okay, and my next question is on that respect. So let's say if your application is already at the field office and you are still not current in EB3 because you downgraded, where should you submit this 485J? To that California address or to the field office, if you know what the field office is actually?
Good question. I would submit to both offices. Make a copy and submit to both offices.
Okay, so one to the field office, one to that California address as well as to the field office address. Okay, and my third question is, in your experience, like, has any of your clients gotten their cases successfully approved with this previous employer, EB2 thingy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Many cases. Not all, but good number of them are got approved. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So if the I-140 is approved, there is a good chance. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
There's a good chance. It's not a foolproof method. But I will make an attempt right now, and then at the most I'll be still stuck with EB3. I have nothing to lose. Thank you very much.
Right, but they cannot deny the entire 485 just because that, right?
No, they cannot deny it.
Just because you tried that. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you, Nitya Garu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Rahul Garu, anything you'd like to add at this point, Andy?
No, Andy. I think so. We covered very good.
Awesome, Andy. And to all our viewers, we have a lot of people still waiting, but unfortunately, we're again all out of time today, Andy. Rahul Garu, again, thank you so much, Andy, for being candid as always and answering all these questions for our viewers. We really appreciate what you're doing for the community and everyone on the whole. The immigration community is what I'd like to call it, rather than from any one nationality, because I know your work touches so many people on so many levels. So thank you so much on behalf of Tvasia Telugu for being on our show, Andy.
Thank you very much for inviting.
And to all our viewers, don't go away. We are back same time, same place next week. Come back to us with lots more questions and we'll be here ready and waiting to answer all of it. Until then, again, happy Independence Day and have a great week, folks. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Practice, practice, practice. Are you taking SAT tests for the second time? Disappointed with your first or second time score? Join our Triple P program to improve your score by at least 150 points. 6 full-length practice tests with live feedback sessions just for $199 after a 50% discount. First test and live feedback session is free. Visit us at testpreppundits.com. Call us at 844-383-7844.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో కురుస్తోంది బంగారు నాణాల వర్షం. గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్ ఆభరణాలు కొనుగోలు చేసి బంగారు నాణాలని ఉచితంగా తప్పకుండా పొందండి. త్వరపడండి, మీ దగ్గరలోని స్టోర్ కి వెళ్లి ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ని ప్రత్యేకమైన ధరల్లో పొందండి. కేవలం మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ తో మాత్రమే.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్.
Test Prep Pundits presents 2 prestigious programs for grades 1 through 8. Build Concepts, Homework Help. Our Build Concepts program offers a one-on-one tutoring with a trained tutor. Powered by authentic digital curriculum, learn at your own pace and be ahead of your peers. Our Homework Help program offers a comprehensive support to keep your grades up. We teach your curriculum. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com. Are you confused about how to write your college essay? Writing a college essay